The program. Let's kick in the markets very quickly before we bring in Eromosele Aziba from Afrinvest here. Look at the stock market last week, one of the best we've had in about 2 years last week. Let's run through it. Almost 7.5% week on week, 28,000, despite the slowdown, a brief slowdown on Friday. So we're about 9.75 trillion, not a very bad way to clock in this full week in May. Then look at the market, 3.5 billion in total volume. That's about 128% to the north. In terms of Naira value, close to 30 billion. That's about 175.28% just 1 week. And total deals, quite massive, 25,370. That was led in the main by consumer goods, about 13%, banking about 11.18%, oil and gas and insurance were also part of that rally. If you flip it that and look at the unlisted securities market, of course, a bit of a 3.5, about a quarter of 3.25% to be more precise, 0.76% was on listed securities closing. Numbers were on Friday, 586.32. The market cap yet to claw back to 400 billion naira. The market was slightly sluggish in the week when most of the activities were focused on the stock exchange. Let's move on to fixed income. Look at the FGN bonds. Nice way to finish off on Friday, 13.91 billion in summary for the Naira FGN bonds. But you can see a bit of a summary there, some of the figures that we put in there for you. Those are the top four in terms of deals and value. And let's go on to treasury bills. A bit of a slowdown. We were midweek around triple digits, but the treasury bills slowed a little bit on Friday. Now you can see the most active ones on your TV screen. Then you find the total net value via the FMDQ Securities Exchange, 93.67 billion on Friday, 335 transactions. As far as the S&P Nigeria Bond Index reading was concerned, this was how things finished off on Friday, all in the green. 274.40 reading, about 0.2% of a one-day Friday gain, month to date, May 1st to May 12th. That's about 0.22%. Quarter to date, 0.5% in the green, and year to date, about 4.67%. And of course, the currency story is there. Naira managed to finish off a little bit positive across board on Friday, with the exception of the investors and exporters market, where the Naira weakened about 0.07%. But on the street, Naira was, at those figures, you can see week on week, about 0.2%, 390 on the dollar, 495 on the pound, 420 on the euro. Take a look at the second page. If you look at the interbank sports OTC market, and you see the figures there, 1.42 massive gain on the euro to 344.28 value. And of course, the investors and exporters, a bit of a weakening, less than 0.1%, 382.44. Let's talk to Eromosele Aziba, who is an investment analyst at Afrinvest. Good morning. Once again. I didn't get earlier on. You listen to the finance minister's Q&A. What's your take?
Well, like we noticed, it's actually quite positive. So now the budget has been, 2017 budget has been released, and she's sort of giving us a better perspective of how they plan to implement the budget, in the sense that in the past, coming up with plans has never really been our problem. Implementation has always remained the key challenge that we faced. So she's come out to say that you know, she also made mention of the fact that over the last 18 months the economy has gone through a sort of perfect storm, in which everything that could go wrong has actually gone wrong. But from what we've noticed, we've started to see some improvements in some macroeconomic indicators that point to the fact that the conditions within the economy are actually getting better. So we hope that if the 2017 budget can be implemented fully.
As an analyst, do you think we're turning the corner?
Well, like I mentioned, we've already seen some macroeconomic indicators improve. We've seen external reserves improve, which is broadly due to the fact that we've seen militancy issues in Niger Delta actually reduce. We've seen oil production go up. We've seen oil prices also improve from levels that we had last year. In the FX market, we've also seen the recent situation and developments that we've seen there with the CBN trying to cater to the various sectors of the market to sort of improve confidence level and sort of attract investors back into the market. So yes, now things are starting to look up. We know there are a lot of reforms that are currently being implemented, and we believe these are all generally positive for the economy.
Give me your midterm reports of the Buhari's administration.
Okay, so looking at the first year of entering, so after all the political issues are finally settled, within this period we also had the partial deregulation of the downstream oil and gas sector, which was actually a positive for that sector. We've seen how it has had a resonating effect across companies that play in that downstream sector. So that was one of the major positives from the first year. But within the second year, we've seen we've seen some of the FX challenges actually addressed, especially in the last couple of months. We've seen the release of the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, which shows us like a plan for a 4-year period that is meant to set the economy back on a path of growth and sustainable development. So yes, in the beginning it was quite a challenging time, but in like last couple of